Hi, I'm Jeff, and I have a tip for you. I was building a dashboard, and I decided to come up with kind of a fun visualization, as you can see here at the top left-hand corner of the screen. Created a map, and basically surrounded it with gauges in order to show different visualizations. Now, what's interesting about this is the map is actually going to act as a button to filter the rest of the dashboard. So I set up 3 regions here: North America, Europe, Asia. So what I'm going to show you is how you can make the map appear as a round button like this. It's a little bit tricky, but it's cool. So let's go into our dashboard. And basically, let's get some data. So to start, let's add a map. So I'm just going to add a quick, let's do a country level map actually. Country, some number that you want to display, visualize it as a map. And since I want this to kind of act as a button, you would add an ellipse control. Make it round, so let's just play with the properties directly. I'll make it 70 by 70. Too small. 140, 140. There we go. And I do want the border to be a bit darker, so let's just do something like that. And the background, just make transparent. Since I already have kind of an interesting gradient going on here, I think it'll play pretty well. Now take the map, and basically line it up with the button. The secondary size. Okay. Now go to view mode, and let's just scroll this into North America. That's what I want to show. Just have it fill wherever. That should work. Now here's the problem, right? See how the map is coming outside of the ellipse? Well, what you can do is add a script. So if I just go to the ready interaction and I add a script, I can basically call the map control and then the HTML element that it's surrounding, and then we apply a CSS property to it. So in this case, I'm going to tell it to clip at a 70 pixel at center. Remember that the ellipse was 140, which means obviously the radius of 70 will clip it right around where we want it to be. Now, one thing about adding scripts, if you put it in the ready interaction, just by flipping to view mode, it won't actually trigger the ready. So you do have to reload the page, and then you'll see it affected. Now just remember that your users who are viewing this content, they will see that reload taking place every time. Now I do need to make sure that the map isn't going to reset itself. So keep zooming enabled. Make sure you disable the automatic zooming, and eventually you want to disable panning and zooming to begin with. So let me just reset that the way I wanted it. You would want to take a little bit of time and set the colors to be a bit more appropriate to what you're trying to display. So in my case, I think maybe just getting rid of the shape stroke altogether. That might work. Make the default something common. It's actually the path stroke I think I'm looking at. Yeah, let's make that 0. And you kind of get the idea. In my other example, I made the colors stand out a lot more so that it worked. But that's all it would take. Just by using that clip effect, you can actually set the map and make it fit directly in there, and it is live data. So imagine having a button with live data, that's kind of useful. From here, all you need to do is make sure that you go to the map and do something on click. So you would go to the click interaction and trigger whatever you need. Maybe you're going to show a layer, or maybe you're going to navigate based on their click. You would just take it from there as you would a button. Let's fix some colors on here really quickly too. So if I go to the color rule, I think these blues on blues don't really work. Let's just do 2 color. So let's change the saturation. Let's find a green. Something like that would be a lot more appropriate. And then obviously not to blue again, a bit lighter. And that's all it would take. Might want to play with this ellipse size a little bit, the border's trimming, but I think you get the idea. Hope this helps.